Have you ever asked yourself why we celebrate Christmas in December? Is it possible that you've been misled about the true date of Christ's birth? It's a question that has likely crossed your mind at least once. After all, Christmas is celebrated around the world in different cultures, and the 25th of December has become synonymous with the birth of Jesus Christ. But what if everything you've believed about this date is wrong? You see, the concept of Christmas, as we know it, is a fusion of religious beliefs, cultural practices, and historical events. And at the center of it all is the story of the birth of Jesus. But could it be that we've been celebrating on the wrong day all this time? Now, this isn't about questioning your faith or beliefs. Instead, this is about digging deeper into the origins of one of the most celebrated holidays worldwide. It's about questioning the narrative that's been handed down to us from generation to generation. Most of us were told that Christmas is the celebration of the birth of Jesus Christ. And that's true. But the date, December 25th, is a different story. The Bible, the primary source of the Christian faith, doesn't actually specify the exact day of Jesus' birth. So how did we end up with December 25th? Could it be that this date was chosen for reasons other than religious ones? Could it be that this is part of a greater deception, a grand illusion that we've all been a part of without even realizing it? This is not about casting doubt on the significance of Christmas or the birth of Christ. It's about seeking the truth behind the traditions and the date we've come to accept. And in this quest for truth, we might just unravel one of the greatest deceptions in religious history. Hold on to your seats, because what you're about to learn might shock you. The Bible, one of the most trusted sources of information about Jesus' life, might surprise you with its lack of specific dates. A careful reading might lead us to question some long-held beliefs. For instance, let's consider the Gospel of Luke, chapter 1, verse 26. Here we're told that the angel Gabriel visited Mary in the 6th month of Elizabeth's pregnancy to announce the birth of Jesus. If we follow the Jewish calendar, which was in use at that time, and count forward from the beginning of Elizabeth's pregnancy, it suggests that Jesus might have been born around the 3rd month, not in December. This might be a revelation to many, as the popular belief is that Christ was born on the 25th of December. However, the Bible does not provide any concrete evidence to support this claim. There's no mention of shepherds keeping watch over their flocks by night during winter. In fact, during the cold December months, it was customary to bring the sheep in from the fields. Furthermore, the Bible does not record any date for the birth of Jesus. The 25th of December does not appear anywhere in relation to Christ's birth. If the birth of Christ was such a significant event, wouldn't it be logical for the Bible, the book that chronicles his life and teachings, to mention the exact date? Yet it remains silent on this matter. This lack of biblical evidence for a December birth raises questions. If the Bible, our primary source for understanding the life of Jesus, does not confirm he was born in December, then why is it universally accepted that he was? What led to the widespread belief that the birth of Christ occurred on the 25th of December? So if the Bible doesn't confirm a December birth, where did this belief originate? The answer may lie in the intersection of faith and culture, tradition and history. As we continue this journey of discovery, let's keep our minds open to the truths we might uncover. To understand the December 25th date, we must delve into history and explore the early Christian church's practices. It's a journey that takes us back to the time when the church was still in its infancy, grappling with a diverse array of beliefs and traditions, many of which were inherited from the pagan world. One of the most significant of these traditions was the Roman festival of Saturnalia. Celebrated in late December, this festival was marked by feasting, gift-giving, and a temporary inversion of social roles, where slaves were treated as masters. It was a time of merriment and indulgence, coinciding with the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year. This was a period of deep symbolic importance for many ancient cultures, representing the rebirth of the sun and the promise of spring's return. As Christianity spread across the Roman Empire, church leaders faced a dilemma. How could they convert pagans to Christianity without alienating them from their traditional festivals? Their solution was ingenious. Rather than trying to suppress these deeply ingrained customs, they incorporated them into the Christian calendar. So Saturnalia and other similar pagan celebrations were rebranded and given a Christian veneer. In this context, the December 25th date for Christmas emerged. It was a strategic move, a way to ensure the new faith's acceptance by aligning it with familiar and beloved traditions. It was a case of cultural adaptation and survival, a pragmatic decision made in a time of significant religious and social transformation. So, as we untangle the roots of Christmas, we find they are intertwined with ancient pagan customs. It's a fascinating blend of traditions, a testament to the ability of cultures to adapt and evolve over time. But what does this mean for the birth of Christ? It appears that the December 25th date has more to do with ancient pagan festivals than with the actual birth of Christ. It's a revelation that may seem startling at first, but it's part of the rich tapestry of history that has shaped the Christmas we know today. There's another biblical clue that supports this theory. Jeremiah 52:31 tells a fascinating story about a prison being unlocked. In this scene, we delve into the prophetic book of Jeremiah and explore a particular verse that adds another layer to our understanding of Christmas and the birth of Christ. Jeremiah 52:31 speaks of a king liberating a captive from his prison chains on the 25th day of the 12th month. This event, seemingly unrelated to the birth of Christ, holds deeper significance when viewed through the lens of spiritual metaphor. The prison here can be seen as a symbol of spiritual bondage, the chains representing the sins that hold humanity captive. The king who sets the prisoner free is a foreshadowing of the coming Messiah Christ, who would deliver humanity from its spiritual imprisonment. Now, isn't it intriguing that this liberation occurs on the 25th day of the 12th month? The date mirrors the traditional celebration of Christmas, but it's important to note that the Bible does not explicitly link this event or any other to the actual date of Christ's birth. In fact, nowhere in the scriptures is a specific date given for the birth of Jesus. The focus instead is on the significance of his coming into the world. He is the Savior, the Liberator, the one who breaks the chains of spiritual bondage and offers salvation to all of humanity. This interpretation of Jeremiah 52:31 reinforces the idea that Christmas is not about a date on a calendar, but about the profound spiritual transformation that Christ's birth signifies. It's about liberation from spiritual captivity and the hope of salvation offered to all. The Christmas story is indeed more complex, more nuanced and more profound than the simplistic narrative often presented. The Bible invites us to dig deeper, to seek understanding, and to embrace the transformative power of Christ's birth. It's clear that the traditional Christmas story is more complex than we were led to believe. So, with all this information, what should we make of Christmas? Should we stop celebrating it? You might be asking yourself these questions after our deep dive into the origins and symbolism of this festive season. But let's pause for a moment and consider what Christmas truly signifies in our hearts and homes. Regardless of the exact date of Christ's birth, Christmas stands as a beacon of hope, love and generosity. It's a time when we set aside our daily worries and strive to come together, appreciate each other and share in the joy of giving. It's a time when we celebrate the bonds of family and friendship, our shared humanity and the spirit of goodwill that unites us all. The essence of Christmas is not confined to a date on a calendar. It's a sentiment, a feeling, a state of mind that transcends time and space. It's about charity, about extending a helping hand to those in need, about spreading warmth and love in a world that often seems too cold and uncaring. Christmas is a reminder to us all that we are part of a larger community, a global family. And as a family, we share in each other's joys and sorrows, triumphs and failures. We learn to forgive, to understand, to empathize, and most importantly, to love unconditionally. So should we stop celebrating Christmas? Not at all. Instead, let's strive to embody the true spirit of Christmas every day of the year. Let's make every day a celebration of love, of giving, of family. Let's make every day an opportunity to reach out, to connect, and to make a difference. Remember, the truth is often more nuanced than it appears. If you're finding value in this video, we appreciate your support through subscribing and liking. Now continue with us on this journey of discovery.